Where is the money coming from to do these freaking Disney Plus shows?
I have no idea.
Not the theme parks.
No.
No, not the theme parks. Now, this is Neon and Geeky. We're going to talk about how Disney Plus is reportedly spending upwards of $25 million per episode on their Star Wars.
Per episode.
Per episode.
Well, Marvel for sure. Is it Star Wars too?
I think Star Wars too.
I know Marvel they're saying for sure.
Yeah, so they're, between getting the stars and the special effects and all that, $25 million per episode.
On multiple shows.
And the thing hasn't even launched yet. So you're talking a full season of one of these shows is going to cost as much as a major motion picture. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much unprecedented. I mean, I remember back in the day when Star Trek Next Generation, people were complaining about how expensive that was, and that was low budget compared to what they're doing with Disney Plus, and this could totally bite them in the ass.
It could. It really could, because I mean, where do you think the money's going to come from? I mean, there are people subscribing, but it's not that much to subscribe, so you know damn well they're going to jack the prices.
Oh yeah. They're trying to get everybody to lock into that 3-year commitment, and
because they're going to up it like crazy.
They're going to have to. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how Netflix. Speaking of throwing money around, Netflix, which has actually been cutting a lot of corners lately, trimming animation staff, canceling shows like BoJack Horseman and canceling some other shows, but now they're throwing all kinds of money at the Duffer Brothers for more Stranger Things, and they're jacking the salaries.
I think for other things, 9-figure deal for the two of them. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's combined, but 9-figure deal for the two of them to do more TV and movie shows for Netflix.
And there was a 9-figure deal too for the Game of Thrones guys for Netflix too. So Netflix is spending money as its stock is dropping to compete with Disney, which is spending. I mean, this is like...
money has to come from somewhere. This doesn't come from thin air.
Where is this money coming from? I don't know.
They're going to raise the prices by $20 a month. You know what they're going to say? Well, you'd pay that much to go to one movie, and you get to see all these shows.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Definitely something going on. And, a lot of times, again, Disney dips into the theme parks, and they're not going to be able to do that because theme parks aren't performing very well. So we're going to talk about that in this episode. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. I think we passed 64,000 subs. We're hoping for 100,000 very, very soon. Hoping by the end of the year. Don't know if that's going to happen, but anything you can do to help us get found in YouTube is...
share, tell people. Make sure you're still subscribed, because I keep unsubscribing people.
Yeah, we keep losing subscribers who didn't want to unsubscribe.
Yeah.
We have people tell us all the time, they're like, hey, I thought I was subbed, and I'm not. So Marvel's Disney Plus shows reportedly getting budgets upwards of $25 million per episode coming from comicbook.com. This is crazy. So you sent this to me last night, and I about fell out of my squeaky chair. It's no secret Disney is pulling out all the stops for Disney Plus. In fact, the House of Mouse's new direct-to-consumer service might end up producing some of the most expensive episodic programming television viewers have ever seen, spinning out of a Variety report that suggested Marvel Studios could end up taking over Marvel Television.
Yeah, we've heard that. They were talking about them taking over all the shows and stuff.
So we'll get Daredevil, but with a completely different cast.
And if you're going to do Daredevil, Marvel and Disney, you need to get,
Charlie Cox.
You need to get him back.
Yeah,
he's amazing. Anyway.
So they're going to have all the shows in one studio. That doesn't surprise me at all. Insiders suggest Disney would end up spending anywhere from $12 to $25 million per episode. Per episode. And that's, again, going with Star Wars too. The Star Wars shows are going to be very expensive too. So in comparison, early reports suggested HBO ended up paying $15 million per episode of the final season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, look how that went.
Right. So yeah, I mean, but that was very effects heavy compared to previous seasons. Because they had, lots of dragons, lots of people, for comparison, the initial slate of Marvel shows on Netflix were produced using a budget of $200 million. That's for all the shows combined, all the episodes. 4 seasons were produced under that deal, like Daredevil, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage. They got under $4 million per episode. Now, they were relatively low budget because they weren't effects heavy. So
but they were good. They were character driven.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when you're dealing with budgetary constraints, you can't just like CGI your way out of situation. But this I wondered about this because I'm like, wait, if they're gonna bring the same production quality to the show that they have for the Avengers movies
no way not to.
and for the Star Wars movies, then at that point you're talking big bucks. So Marvel announced a slate of Disney Plus shows, including The Falcon, The Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye. Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk are set to come out eventually. So other upcoming...
Those are their films.
Yeah, so, WandaVision is going to be unlike anything we've done before. It's just crazy how much they're spending. This company is sinking anywhere from $100 million to $150 million into each season of their shows. We're talking feature film budget, basically.
Right, but the thing is, feature film budgets because we pay per ticket per person to go see them. So I cannot think for 1 minute the price is going to stay $7 a month for these people, and you're gonna get all that too.
This isn't sustainable.
No, unless they raise the price, or if you want to watch those shows, you have to pay an extra $5 a month to watch this show, an extra $5 a month to watch that show.
So let me get it straight. You're gonna do all these, which are you're basically creating movies on the big budget movies on the platform, breaking them up into multiple episodes,
which are longer than a movie.
Right,
longer than a movie.
And you're charging $6 or $7 a month. And, one subscription is good for an entire household. So you're not having like 4 or 5 people go to the theater and paying $10 a ticket. And the parks aren't doing so hot.
Yeah, parks aren't going to pull them out of this one.
And now the SEC is looking into their finances. How is this sustainable?
It's not, unless you the only other answer I can see is they're going to jack the prices up like crazy, or you're going to have to pay per episode, or per like a season pass to watch this, a season pass to watch that. So at the end of the day, you end up paying a whole bunch of money.
Is that what it's going to be? It's going to be like, $6.99 for basic Disney Plus, but if you want the new stuff,
if you want the Marvel and Star Wars, you have to pay like an extra $10 a month or something. I'm just telling you,
something's going to have to happen,
because then people are paying 3 years ahead and making sure they get the discount to keep people locked in, and then those people are going to be like, well, I'm going to get it even if they raise the price. I'm going to get it for $7. Well, not if you have to pay like a premium something on top of it to go watch the Marvel and Star Wars stuff, or at least the Marvel, because they're not saying the same for Star Wars, but the Marvel.
So you have to get Disney Plus.
I'm wondering. I mean, we don't know this. I'm just saying I can't think of what else they could do.
Disney Plus Alpha.
Yeah, I just don't know what else they could do, because the parks are not good. Even if the parks are doing good, the parks can't carry all the expansions of the parks and Disney Plus. There's no way that ever could have done that, and no matter what. This
is why I think they're freaking out so much about the parks, because historically, Disney was always like, oh, no sweat. We had a box office bomb. We want to expand. We want to do whatever. The parks are making money.
We'll raise the prices of the parks.
And that'll pay for everything.
But they've reached, people aren't going to pay more. They've already said, people are canceling their annual passes. We've heard so many people cancel their annual passes. People were just like, I'm priced out. One person was making a comment in our comments, and they were saying about how they make like $28 an hour and they can't afford to go to Disney. I mean, they're pricing out everyone, so they cannot up prices more.
No.
These exclusive, high-end whatever are not doing well. They're having to have a fire sale on the Riviera before it even opens, and their rooms are ridiculously expensive because they aren't getting the bookings they thought they'd get. People just are like, no, I can't afford it. And for what I'm paying to go here, I can go to Tokyo Disney. I can go to...
Yeah, right.
I can go to Shanghai Disney. I can go to, a bunch... I can take a 2-week vacation and go all over the country and hit all these other places. They're like, I can't afford it anymore, and so they can't get it from Disney, and then the money they do have they're using for building stuff, so they're not going to get it from the parks.
Yeah, this is why they're in freak out mode. I honestly think, and I've said since the beginning, and I can say this because we are Disney stockholders, I have wondered if Disney Plus, with them buying Fox and everything, isn't Disney overextending its reach?
Yeah, they are overextending. They're overextending their finances.
Yeah, and I think that Bob Iger is going to create this huge mess.
I do think so,
and then he's gonna jump ship in another year or two, and he's gonna leave whoever to clean it up, and they're gonna take the blame.
They overpaid for Fox.
They big time. They played right into it.
And I'm like, for what? I mean, they got the rights back for Fantastic Four and X-Men, and then they got the rights back for this original Star Wars trilogy that you run on Disney. And they got some shows and stuff they want to use for content, but it wasn't worth the money they paid for it.
No.
It really wasn't, and not because it really didn't do anything. These other plays didn't stop deals that were already in play before that still, haven't ended. So they still have to wait for those things to end before you get everything back anyway. Yeah. So you could have just waited and bought what you wanted when it became available again. I don't. I
think this is going to end badly. I think this is like, I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom. And everybody's like, oh, your channel, this is negativity. I'm like, I'm watching this. I'm like, Disney bought too much too soon, and they overpaid for a lot of it. And now, what they always bet on, the parks are not performing because, people just aren't as interested.
Well, they are performing, and then these new things like Galaxy's Edge, people are tired of Star Wars because they ruined it, and now they're turning around up in the prices. And people are just like, no, I'm not going to give you more money for that. No.
It's not just Disney. We've been watching the situation with Netflix too, and watching their decisions. Like, on one hand, they're canceling animation, they're cutting back, they're letting people go, they're shutting down expensive shows, but then they're turning around and they're throwing ridiculous money at the proven hits. Okay, so Stranger Things is no secret, probably one of their most watched shows, and they're giving the Duffer Brothers and the kids working on the show ridiculous money to come back for a 4th season. I think in that case, I think they probably earned their keep given the watch time.
They signed Duffer Brothers for other shows. Just because you did one good show doesn't mean you can do more than one good show. Right.
And the Game of Thrones guys, they threw ridiculous money at them just a month or so ago. Again, at the cost of other shows, I think. I think they're canceling these shows like BoJack Horseman and stuff like that. I think they're canceling them to free up money to give to who they think are going to be proven successes, but they gave the Game of Thrones guys a bunch of money right after they dropped the ball with Series 8, so they're kind of like damaged.
Yeah, you could have got a deal on that because they kind of screwed up with Game of Thrones. You could have been like, well, I was going to give you this much, but after the backlash, I don't know. But they were worried Disney was going to lock him in with them doing the Star Wars movies and everything else. So they're probably like trying to grab. Basically what it is it's a race for these streaming services to go grab as many of the people they think are the content creators they want. Yeah. So they're willing to give them whatever because it's probably, oh, well, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to go to Disney. I'm going to go to HBO, Well,
I mean, look at J.J. Abrams. You thought he would have probably gone to Disney. He's going to Warner Brothers now. And they're ridiculous. The money they're asking for is ridiculous. What's going to happen, though, is the consumers are ultimately going to pay the price for it.
Right.
Because they got to raise the rates to pay these ridiculous budgets. And now the streaming services have effectively become the new Hollywood studio system. We've gone from having, this monopoly, this cabal of Hollywood studios paying these people ridiculous money to now all the streaming services are the new Hollywood. And it's the same thing. And, it is kind of like a race to the bottom of the barrel. Like one of these companies are going to run out of money. And I think that's what they're doing is they're trying to run each other out of money.
And Netflix's stock is dropping. And then Netflix, they don't have the parachute of the parks, even though Disney doesn't have the parachute of the parks. It's a parachute with a big giant hole in it. They don't have the parachute at all.
I can see Netflix, if it gets bad enough, Netflix will probably sell out to one of the other companies. Because they've been kind of the plucky underdog all this time, and now
they started it.
They started, yeah. Well, they basically out Blockbuster. Like, hey, we're gonna do what Blockbuster does, but we're gonna give it to you. You can sit at home and get your DVDs delivered to you. And now we're gonna start making content, and I think the studios took too long to get into it, but now they're bringing all this money, and they're gonna destroy Netflix. I think Netflix is gonna have to sell out, and I don't know who they're gonna sell to. I don't think Disney has the money to buy them. I think Apple maybe.
Not now.
Apple might buy them. I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to buy them. Their stock's dropping. They're not in a good place. They're in debt up to their eyeballs.
I just want to know how they're going to pay for all these 9-figure deals because the only way I can think of is they're going to raise rates. So it's going to be more expensive than cable by the time it's all said and done.
Advertising.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to watch more ads. Even no matter how much you pay, you're going to have to watch all the ads.
We pay $40 some a month for Hulu because we've got the live TV and we have to watch ads. And the funny thing about Hulu, they have like Hulu without ads. What they don't tell you is that's only for older content. You still have to watch ads on live TV. You still have to watch ads on shows that are only like a week or two old.
So you're paying for the no ads and you're still getting ads. So yeah, you're going to have to watch more ads. Yeah. They're going to still raise they're going to raise the price and you're going to have to watch ads.
Yeah.
It's like what TV was, but where you used to be paid for ads and then you had to buy cable. It's like that, but probably way more expensive.
Well, that's what, people were mapping it out and they said that even at the current prices, if you subscribe to all these services, you're still going to pay what most people are paying for like DirecTV or cable. So you're going to wind up to get all the content, to be able to watch everything you want to watch. Because now that they're pulling classic shows off of one platform and putting them on like Friends in the Office and stuff.
You can just go get Hulu and Netflix and you're good.
Yeah.
Not now.
Now you're going to have to subscribe to like 6 or 8 of these things, and you're talking $100+ a month to subscribe to
right
everything.
now, not counting when they jack the prices up to pay for these stupid deals.
Yeah. Yeah, so I gotta wonder, you know, I mean, there's gonna be a tipping point here, and I honestly do think that Netflix is gonna get gobbled up by another studio, because I don't think they're gonna be able to compete head-to-head with Disney, with Apple, with Warner Brothers, not when they're throwing this kind of money out there. But Stranger Things is one of the only, like, certifiable hits that they have. Like, there's no question.
What? She-Ra's not a hit?
Well, She-Ra is technically owned by DreamWorks and NBC Universal, and
so that's going to probably go over there.
I think if they're going to continue,
I don't think that's much of a loss for Netflix, though.
No, I don't see them doing another season. I really don't. They're cutting the animation.
Oh,
like
I don't know.
crazy.
New York Comic Con's coming, and they're getting their own panel now because DreamWorks made sure of it and stuff. So
maybe they'll make a big announcement.
Maybe they'll make a big announcement.
It's coming to Peacock. She-Ra's going to NBC Universal's new streaming app. That's another one. I keep forgetting about that. Who can forget the cock?
Yeah, no. Right.
She-Ra's
the jokes about this are gonna never end.
She-Ra is going to the cock. She's you know, cock and chill. Okay, so yeah, they're just talking about the insane amount of money, and the kids, all of them except Millie Bobby Brown are getting $250,000 an episode. Now, bear in mind the seasons are only 8 to 10 episodes. You know, and their agent gets a cut. But each of these kids are going to walk out there with $1 million plus a season. But Millie Bobby Brown gets more. Winona Ryder and David Harbour. So, okay, here's the, adult stars Winona Ryder.
Oh, yeah, David Harbour. I knew he wasn't dead. I said he survived. He survived.
Adult stars Winona Ryder and David Harbour, who plays Hopper, saw their salaries climb to $350,000 per episode. Hopper supposedly died at the end of season 3.
We knew he didn't. I said he probably jumped into the upside down opening, and that's exactly. I dare. Ha 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 ha. I'll tell Squid King. Squid King and I immediately. I mean, we're like, no, he's not dead.
Yeah, so that spoils everything. So Millie Bobby Brown said to earn somewhere between the two. So she's probably getting $300 an episode because she's been in. Well, no, actually, Finn Wolfhard. It could be argued he's actually the biggest star of the show because he's been in both of the It movies, which made money. He's going to be in the new Ghostbusters movie, which people are actually excited about. Millie Bobby Brown, to the best of my knowledge, the only big movie she's been in is Godzilla, which was good.
I like Godzilla, even though I keep saying this, the critics don't like it. I thought it was good.
But it didn't make as much money, I don't think, as It made. So I don't know why she's getting more money, because she's Billy Bobby Brown, I guess.
Millie Bobby Brown.
I'm sorry, she's Billy Joe... Billy. No, she's getting more money. So, there we go. And David Harbour's coming back.
Yeah.
So I'm going. How long until?
I'm gonna go write a D-Rest article right after this, just so you know.
Okay. So just off topic here, but kind of related. How long until they bring Beetlejuice back? Because Winona Ryder is hot again, and they're pushing Beetlejuice merchandise like crazy.
Pinky Boo loves Beetlejuice. Like, she loves it. Like, they used to watch those like videos people did where they'd make up stuff out of Minecraft, and someone did the whole Beetlejuice like.
Oh, the intro from the cartoon.
And,
yeah,
they did that, and they did she just watched it over and over and over and over again. She has a bunch of Beetlejuice merchandise because Hot Topic has a bunch, and she's just like, oh my god, she loves Beetlejuice. So they would make another Beetlejuice because they have the musical. If they make another Beetlejuice, she'd freak. Yeah,
we got, like, you got a Hot Topic, it's all Beetlejuice stuff. You go to Walmart, they got Beetlejuice stuff. And Winona Ryder now is popular again. Everybody forgot that she was shoplifting 10 years ago.
That's not a big deal. She just wants attention.
So, but now she's getting attention, and she's getting $350 million an episode. And she's on, like, some makeup commercial or something.
I don't know.
I mean, I like Winona Ryder.
I've seen her in interviews. She's actually pretty cool. I like her.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So that is the thing. So they're spending lots of money, so expect the rates to go up. I don't think Disney Plus is sustainable at its current business model, and I think it's going to take a couple of years to see. Well, I don't know. If they start freaking out after this fiscal year...
we're going to start seeing stuff in the very near future.
Yeah,
it's over. Fiscal year's over.
Yeah.
It's now the next fiscal year starting. So...
Yeah.
This is where the news is going to start hitting.
This is where... Grab the popcorn. Grab the popcorn, people, because this is where the fun begins. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. This has been Neon and Geeky.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.